The silent town turns into a nightmare. The evening air was crisp as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an amber glow over the quiet town of Maplewood. The streets were nearly empty, save for the occasional flicker of porch lights and the distant hum of crickets. 10-year-old Sophie Evans skipped along the sidewalk, her small hands clutching a brown paper bag filled with groceries. Her mother had sent her to the corner store for some essentials, and though she was young, Sophie was responsible, independent, and never afraid to take on small tasks. But Sophie was not alone. Walking beside her, eyes sharp and ears perked, was Titan, a massive Belgian Malinois with a sleek black coat. To an outsider, Titan seemed like an ordinary family pet, a devoted companion shadowing a little girl. What no one knew was that Titan was once an elite K-9 unit, trained to take down the most dangerous criminals. A severe injury had forced his early retirement, and Sophie's father, a decorated police officer, had brought him home. Since then, Titan had become Sophie's guardian, her unwavering protector. As Sophie hummed a soft tune, blissfully unaware of what lurked just around the corner, the shadows in the alley began to shift. A gang spots an easy target. The rumble of motorcycles shattered the evening's serenity. A gang known as the Iron Fangs had been stirring trouble in town, stealing, harassing, and spreading fear wherever they went. That night, they were in a reckless mood, itching for chaos. A tall, burly man with a jagged scar across his cheek nudged his companion and sneered, "Look at that." A little girl, all alone. Easy pickings. His partner, a lanky man with a coiled snake tattoo on his neck, chuckled. "Think she's got anything worth taking?" "Doesn't matter," Scarface muttered. "We're just having fun." The gang slowed their bikes, engines growling like hungry beasts as they surrounded Sophie. Fear gripped her chest as she clutched the bag tighter. She took a step back, her voice barely a whisper. "I need to go home." Snake Tattoo grinned. "How about you take a ride with us instead?" Terror flooded Sophie's veins. But before she could react, Titan stepped forward, his massive frame blocking the gang's path, his body coiled with silent power. His ears twitched, and a low growl rumbled from his chest, a sound that sent a shiver down the spine of any seasoned criminal. A deadly underestimation, Scarface scoffed, eyeing the dog with disdain. "Oh no, she's got a little pup. What's he gonna do, bark at us?" Snake Tattoo laughed. "Might as well just move him out of the way." He reached forward, attempting to shove Titan aside. That was his first mistake. With a speed that defied logic, Titan sprang into action. His muscles coiled like a loaded spring, and in the blink of an eye, his powerful jaws clamped down on the man's arm with surgical precision. A scream tore through the air as Snake Tattoo stumbled backward, his eyes wide with agony. The other bikers froze, stunned by the sheer force of the attack. Scarface's expression twisted with rage. "You little—" He reached for a knife strapped to his belt. Titan recognized the threat instantly. Before Scarface could react, Titan lunged again. His powerful form crashed into the gang leader, sending him sprawling onto the pavement. The knife clattered to the ground as Titan pinned the man beneath his weight, teeth bared, a deep, menacing snarl vibrating through his chest. A hero's stand. Panic spread through the gang. "That's no regular dog," one of them shouted. "That's a damn police dog." Another biker revved his engine, eyes darting wildly. "We need to go, now!" The roar of sirens cut through the air. Someone had called the cops. Titan remained still, his amber eyes locked onto the fallen gang leader as flashing red and blue lights illuminated the street. Officers poured out of their cars, weapons drawn. "Hands where we can see them!" Defeated, the remaining gang members surrendered, dropping their weapons as they were swiftly apprehended. Scarface, still pinned beneath Titan, winced as officers hauled him to his feet and slapped cuffs onto his wrists. A bond that could never be broken. Sophie stood frozen, her heart still racing. The moment she realized the danger had passed, she dropped to her knees and wrapped her arms around Titan's thick neck. "You saved me," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Titan let out a deep breath, his tail wagging slightly as if to say, "Always." Sophie's father rushed onto the scene, his face pale with worry. "Sophie!" He scooped her into his arms, then turned to Titan, running a hand over the dog's head. "You protected her," he said softly, admiration filling his voice. One of the officers whistled. "That's one hell of a dog. Took down 2 gang members like it was nothing." Sophie's father smiled. "He's not just a dog, he's family." The Iron Fangs were dismantled that night, their reign of terror brought to an end. News of Titan's bravery spread throughout the town, and he was hailed as a hero. But to Titan, none of that mattered. His mission had always been clear: protect Sophie, no matter the cost. And that's exactly what he did. The philosophical message: what it means to be truly strong strength is not in intimidation. It's not in fear nor in size. True strength lies in loyalty, in the courage to stand up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming danger. Titan was not the biggest or the strongest creature in that alley, but he was the bravest. And sometimes that's all it takes to change the course of fate. The world doesn't need more people who seek power. It needs more guardians, more protectors, more beings like Titan, who choose to stand firm, even when the odds are against them. Because true heroes are not the ones who seek greatness. They are the ones who choose to protect, no matter the cost.